Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. If you've been recently affected by the floods and storms, you are encouraged to contact your property manager as soon as possible to avoid the situation getting worse. About 40,000 people across the state were ordered to leave their homes yesterday, with Sydney suburbs like Camden in the southwest, Richmond in the northwest and Narrabeen on the northern beaches submerged. Thousands of homes across New South Wales have been affected by flooding. Impacted renters or tenants are urged to contact their property manager or landlord as soon as it is safe to do so if they are in a flood-affected area. Tenants should advise their property manager if they have been evacuated from their home, regardless of whether they can provide initial details on the extent of any damage caused. Stay in communication with your property manager about the state of the property and your well-being. We need to assess whether you can safely live in it or not. There may be underlying issues such as electrics are buzzing or there is a gas leak, or maybe you can't lock the home. The property manager may need to inspect the home to determine what needs to be fixed, whether an insurance assessor needs to come through, and in worst case scenarios, whether the tenancy needs to be terminated. If a home is destroyed or uninhabitable, the landlord or tenant can give the other an immediate termination notice. Tenants may no longer owe rent, and a landlord must repay any overpaid rent within 14 days of the termination. Tenants may also seek a retrospective rent reduction or abatement from the time they were displaced. Some tenants were also having issues with getting bond money refunded, which could be key to affording alternative accommodation. While bond money should not be used by landlords for flood damage, it could become a grey area if tenants left behind damaged household items that needed to be cleaned up. Ideally, people would help clean up, which is what we're seeing particularly in Lismore, where there is a lot of community support helping, Mr. Patterson Ross said. He urged tenants having difficulties accessing bond money or who disagreed with the assessment of their homes to contact their local tenant advice service. The union has seen a surge in calls for advice and support. It's not just changing carpet or doing a mould treatment. If a property is damaged and tenants want to stay, renters should tell their landlord or agent what repairs are needed, including temporary repairs, and ask for an immediate inspection and a written schedule of works to be done. Any conversation should also be confirmed in writing to avoid confusion about what has been said. Tenants must provide written notice about the repairs, costs and copies of receipts, and must be reimbursed for any reasonable cost up to $1,000 within 2 weeks. Apply for financial assistance and check for government support. It is encouraged that eligible tenants apply for financial assistance from the government. While it wouldn't cover all the costs, it would provide a boost to funds and may enable tenants to delay asking for a rent reduction, which could unfortunately push some landlords toward evicting tenants. Renters could then seek the reduction retrospectively in the coming weeks. Those with contents insurance, which is rather limited among renters, were also encouraged to see what they were covered for and carefully catalogue the damage caused to possessions. Tenants are encouraged to monitor for further damage that could result from the floods, as well as the heavy rain, such as mould in particular, which was thriving amid the humidity, as well as minor roof leaks, which may be exacerbated by storms and potential gutter and drain blockages. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.